with the Supreme Court today issuing contempt notice to Patanjali Ayurved and its managing director Acharya Balkrishnan for violating the misleading advertisement order which was passed by the Supreme Court. I am today being joined with Advocate Mrinmoy Chatterjee, who is one of the interveners in the case. So, ma'am, what is the key directions today issued by the Supreme Court?
So I represent the National Association of Pharmacology and Therapeutics, which is a national level organization of doctors specializing in the study of pharmacology. So they actually find out how drugs are made, what are the clinical trials required, and how medicines are actually formulated. So what Patanjali Ayurveda has been doing is promoting their own products at the cost of deprecating allopathy and the modern system of medicine. So the Supreme Court had in the last order also on 21st of November came down heavily on Patanjali Ayurveda and had specifically asked them not to indulge in these kind of misleading advertisements. Yet again, today the court found out that prima facie they are in contempt and have issued notice to Patanjali as well as its MD to show cause as to why they have continued to do these activities and publish such advertisements despite such clear directions. So going forward, the way should be that these kind of misleading claims which they are claiming to be research and science backed, they should publish those kind of results in court. They should publish their studies in court and come out clean as to how these products, how these claims have been made that they are curing these disorders or diseases such as blood pressure, sugar, etc., which are clearly actually barred by the Drugs and Magic Remedies Act of 1954. So the Supreme Court has also in one of the key directions prohibited Patanjali Ayurveda to till the next date of hearing to publish any kind of advertisements or related to any kind of medicines which claim to cure the diseases which are prohibited as per this particular act. So this is what I think Supreme Court has taken it really seriously this time and personally held them accountable that they should come to court and explain as to why they have refused to abide by the Supreme Court's directions.
Ma'am, there were certain directions to the Ministry of Ayush also, that the Ministry of Ayush is sitting over the recommendations and not issuing directions to Patanjali Ayurveda in this case. What do you say about that?
See, the Union of India, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and especially the Ministry of Ayush is under specific obligations to clarify this issue where a person in such a position of power and influence is blatantly violating advertising norms, blatantly violating the law by publishing these kind of misleading claims and especially deprecating allopathy, which has stood not only the test of time. We were the pioneers at the time of COVID. We were the pioneers at every given point of time. Science has never failed. So they have to come out with certain guidelines in consultation with each respective ministry. So the Supreme Court has in fact clearly directed the Union of India to come out with an affidavit stating what actions are they taking against Patanjali Ayurveda and specifically within this direction of curbing these kind of misleading advertisements.
So can we say that in the coming days there'll be going to be tough ramifications for Patanjali Ayurveda if they still continue with those advertisements?
See, I'm sure if they come clean in court and justify their actions, the court was also surprised as to how after the last order, they have even done a press conference specifically in relation to the order of the Supreme Court. So how they will justify is for us to see in court. They have been directed to file an affidavit, and in fact the parties which we mentioned, the MD of Patanjali Ayurveda has also been specifically asked to show cause as to why contempt should not be issued. So which is a very big thing. They have to specify in court as to what prompted them to take such actions.
So here we are with the advocate who clearly said that the Supreme Court's order on the misleading advertisements by Patanjali Ayurveda are completely off the record and country cannot be taken for a ride. From New Delhi, with camera person Ashok Bhanot, Kanu Sarda for India Today.